Over the past couple days, we have gotten so much information about Polar Peak and the event that's happening there right now. And just to clarify really quickly, because I feel like there may be some questions, there is indeed a difference between an event and a live event. Live events are the big event that we see and we get to witness one time in game. Fortnite usually makes an announcement about what time it's going to be. At least from my viewpoint, an event is anything happening in the game right now, ultimately building up to a live event. So just for example, right now what's happening at Polar Peak is definitely a part of an event. It's undoubtedly leading us up to the next live event, which will be the Cattus event. We're gonna go over all new details about Polar Peak and what's actually inside, what's going on, and so much more. Do me a favor though, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm uploading every single day, covering everything you need to know about the Fortnite Battle Royale storyline, news, information, and so much more. Earlier this morning, I tweeted, "What do you think is happening at Polar Peak? We know there's something inside the iceberg. Lay out your theories below." And let me go ahead and tell you, there were so many good replies. In this video, I'm going to feature a couple of the best ones. This first one comes from Sir Squabblesauce. He says, due to climate change and the volcano, the ice is melting, and an ancient beast is awakening. A beast not even the Ice King knew about. The first part of that theory is pretty universal. At this point, we know there's some kind of a creature literally inside the iceberg waiting to break out. But that second part really resonated with me and really got me thinking. He says, a beast not even the Ice King knew about. So really quickly, let's just rewind to the end of Season 8 during the volcano event. If you'll remember, there were 3 chunks of volcanic rock that were shot at different parts of the map. One hit Tilted Towers, one hit Retail Row, and one hit Polar Peak, or at least the iceberg. Those first 2 places got completely destroyed and then of course rebuilt here in Season 9. Lots of people were wondering why Polar Peak got hit because nothing changed. Nothing really happened to it except there were cracks on it. It's very obvious that the prisoner, aka the Fire King, was the one who created the volcano after he escaped from capture back in Season 7. Since it was his volcano, and since he did get help with his plan with the Ruin skin, which was the reward for unlocking challenges in Season 8, I wonder if it was completely calculated to hit Polar Peak, not only because it was the place to get revenge on the person who captured him, the Ice King, but also maybe there was something else involved. Maybe the Fire King knew that there was a beast inside the whole time, and he wasn't trying to destroy Polar Peak, he was simply trying to awaken the beast inside, and if so, it looks like he was successful. So going back to that theory about the Ice King having no clue about what's actually under the iceberg, that's interesting because at this point I would bet that the prisoner did. I guess we'll get to see who gets the last laugh. Next up, we've got Green Lightning 24, and they say it's going to break off and start to melt. Greasy will come back, and Kevin will be released from Polar Peak, which is where he was hiding. And Kevin will reveal another location with a secret. Another thing I think is that Kevin is the in-between keeper. Kevin is a girl. This is pretty interesting, I think. I haven't seen anyone suggest that the Vault Keeper could actually be the human reincarnation of Kevin, and honestly, there is some sense behind it. I'm not saying it's true because I won't lie, it's pretty unlikely, but nothing's wrong until officially confirmed, so let's go ahead and go over it. If you remember from the Volcano/Nexus event from Season 8, we entered the in-between and there was a desk with a helmet on it. This person was coined the Vault Keeper. They were not there when we went into the in-between, and when Season 9 started, a statue was erected in Tilted Towers. The statue is holding the same helmet as we saw on the desk in the in-between, so naturally, it's gotta be the same person. Green Lightning's theory says that Kevin literally is this person. Well, if you remember, the whole reason we originally went to the in-between the first time back in Season 6 was because of Kevin the Cube exploding. That was the quote-unquote gateway into the vault. Moments before he actually exploded during the famous butterfly event, Kevin dropped this bit of liquid down into the portal in the place that we now know as the vault. We've talked about this before, but could this have been Kevin dropping what's left of his essence into the in-between to be preserved? Maybe once there, the preserved essence got trapped and just simply couldn't get out. But then 2 seasons later, when we re-enter the in-between, she got the heck out of there, and that's why she was absent during the unvaulting event. Fast forward into the future to season 9, they've got a statue of her up in Tilted Towers, maybe, and most likely she did something worthy of being honored and remembered as such. Could the Vault Keeper actually be the human version of Kevin the Cube? I don't know, thought it was interesting, but definitely let me know your thoughts. I've gotten a lot of tweets about what's inside of Polar Peak, and I made a video yesterday in which I even touched on this, but there are a lot of people who seem to think there's going to be some kind of Godzilla collaboration with Fortnite, and whatever's breaking out of Polar Peak right now could be a part of that collaboration. It's not a terrible idea considering the movie is about to come out. They've done several crossover events with movies before, most recently John Wick and the Avengers, but take a look at this right here. Recently, PUBG Mobile has announced their official Godzilla King of the Monsters crossover event. For this reason, I feel like they probably wouldn't jump into a collaboration with this movie because one of their biggest competitors is also doing it. But then again, what do I know? Anything could happen. Also, it hasn't even been a full week yet since they concluded their John Wick crossover event, so I don't see them jumping into another one so soon. Prove me wrong though, Epic, a Godzilla crossover would be awesome. As you guys know, the code name in the files for whatever's going to happen with this live event and what's currently happening now with an ongoing event is Cattus. I've never been able to get an actual definition for this word because it's some kind of mythological word, I don't know, but I've seen some of the definitions be cactus, large cat, some kind of a fish. I have no clue really what it is, but I did get this pointed out to me, and I may as well share it with you too. So on the Season 9 Week 3 loading screen, you can see a whole bunch of dogs, the new doggo skin just chilling, but then in the bottom right-hand corner of the loading screen, there is none other than a cat. Cat? Cattus? Is there some kind of a correlation there, and was this cat really just a big way of Epic hinting something happening in the storyline later down the road? Let's not forget the main purpose of these loading screens. Yeah, they sometimes tease new skins, yeah, they oftentimes have a hidden Battlestar location in them, but the main purpose for the loading screens is to help explain some of what's been going on with the storyline, with the characters, and all that sort of stuff over the span of the weeks of the season. I mean, think about it. Where would we be if we didn't have the loading screens? Think about it. Some of the past seasons would have been so incredibly confusing. At first, this loading screen seemed so simple, so innocent, just a bunch of animals hanging out and having fun, but there's definitely a reason Epic decided to have all of the dogs be on the screen and then one tiny little cat in the bottom right-hand corner of it. After reading the name of this event, Cattus, I'm starting to think that was Epic's way of trolling the community. While on the topic of loading screens, here's the Season 9 Week 4 loading screen. I'm not too sure what these two skins are looking at, but I've seen a lot of people claim that they could be looking at Polar Peak and watching what's going down over there. Definitely not impossible. So at this point, my best 3 guesses for what is inside of the Polar Peak iceberg is 1, a dragon. I say this because there have been lots of leaks about a dragon and lots of rumors about one coming into the game for several seasons now. 2, it could be a dinosaur. As you know, there have been lots and lots of dinosaur references all throughout the game's history, but especially this season. There was even a footprint at Greasy Grove way back when. And finally, my 3rd guess is Godzilla. Even though I don't think it's gonna happen, I certainly can't rule it out, and I gotta admit, it would most likely be awesome. Imagine if the live event later this season is literally everyone shooting Godzilla and we have to kill him. That would be fun. The gameplay you're watching in the background is a round of Dr. P Says. If you want to check out my video that I uploaded super late last night, I thought it was really good actually. It's basically just a full match of me playing this with subscribers. The winners of this game mode actually get sent a gift, as you can see in the background right now. If you want to get in on this, if you want to get in a game, it's really simple. Just come to my caffeine streams, I'll add everyone, and you'll have a chance to join and play. And of course, have a chance to get a free skin, courtesy of your favorite YouTuber, am I right? I'll have my caffeine link down below in the description. You should definitely come and check me out and follow me to know when I'm going live. Also, I would suggest following me on Twitter because I do tweet several hours before I do anything, and if my schedule changes, you'll want to be the first to know, and that's where you'll find out. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to keep leaving your Fortnite theories, ideas, suggestions, and anything else in the comment section down below, and keep hitting me up on Twitter. I love to read your theories. Send me even your most crazy ones. I'll catch you in another video very soon, and I'll see you later.